Good afternoon, America. This is Scott and the Shot, Scott the Great. How you guys doing? I'm gonna take a shot of some tequila. Ah, yeah, baby. All right. I'm just sitting here thinking. It was funny watching. The Democrats fucked themselves. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you how they fucked themselves. For years they've been playing these games with us. We've been hearing about all this shit at school, and all of a sudden, the narrative that was going their way. You know why? Because they owned all the networks except for Fox, and I mean back then a lot of people were watching those networks. They're not now, but back then they were watching those networks, and they had the 90% of the networks also put in their back pocket the Democratic Party. So it was hard for us conservatives to get our word out back then because it was being stifled by all the top news organizations except for Fox and a few that were on the computer. Then they gained control of Facebook. They gained control of fucking Twitter, and they took over this. They basically took control of those social media sites when it came to political views on the Democratic Party and about things that are being said about Donald Trump and the Biden family. I mean, 100% a Democratic tool for the party, the Democratic Party. That's what that turned out to be. I mean, what if all this stuff would have never came to light, people? But the reason why it came to light was because people like me and way more people than me started doing their podcast. Yep. I mean, they never saw that coming. Our government, the Democratic Party, never saw that coming, actually. And as it started coming on, they were trying to gain influence, like it's like Charlemagne the God. He's talking whole new talk now, but he was talking so Democratic, just a couple years ago. I mean, stop it. I mean, he's been a Trump denier since day one. I mean, so they're all coming around because they have to, because everybody got caught. Everybody got caught. You know what I mean? But now there's other ways for people to see what the views of other Americans like myself when it comes to weird stuff. They got caught with all this weirdness. It's like with transgenderism. They went too far when we started finding out they were talking to our kids about it in school. Having drag queen fucking little theater stuff at the school with drag queens at sixth grade when they're in sixth grade. I mean, propagating a lifestyle that's a sexual lifestyle that's for adults, not for children. I mean, they got caught doing all these things, and then so that opened up our eyes, and that's why people like me and other people started doing podcasts and coming out saying enough's enough. I mean, at first we were just sitting there letting it happen, but I realize now that because the Democrats went so far that they started making mistakes. They started making mistakes, and I always seen it, but mistakes that a lot of people don't want to see because they don't want to believe that our government's that fucking corrupt. I feel sorry for those people. I mean, we live in a real world, people. You can't. I mean, I know people that are like that, older people. They just don't. It's just they can't accept because they're proud Americans. They can't accept that our government can be corrupt. It's sad when you think about it. It's not their fault. They're just older. They're such good Americans that they actually think that's not true. That can't be true. And I just gotten a shot. So that's what's sad about it. And they went too far on abortion on demand. Ladies, abortion's a two-way street. What if a man doesn't want to have that baby and the woman does? Well, he doesn't have a say, right? So she has that baby. But if you can, if it's 100% on you to execute or keep that baby, if the man wants to back out of that, then he shouldn't have to pay one drop of child support. If you can get out of that responsibility of having the baby after conception, after there's a heartbeat, after there's a body in your womb, then the man if he said he wanted the abortion, then I don't agree with none of it. But it's a two-way street. If a woman wants to keep a baby and a man doesn't want it, then she can keep it, but the man is not financially responsible for that kid. He identifies as a single man with no kids. Right? That's what they want, right? He's a single man with no kids. That's how he identifies. I mean, and that's not his name. His name's It. Or what? Who? How? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what a fucking pronoun is anymore in my old age. I just talk. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. But I'm just saying it's a retardation. So they went too far on abortion on demand, even through even if the baby's delivered, they want to be able to just go execute the baby if the woman doesn't want it. Stop it. Yeah, how's that going to make anything better when there's a woman over there crying that wants to adopt a baby? You know? If the little baby turns into a little hack-up monster when he's older because he was a rape victim or something, I'm just kidding. I don't know what to say about that, but you know what I'm saying? So they went too far on abortion. You know, they went too far on the border. You know, most Americans are sitting there. I was mad about it, but, you know, but then when you find out they're not vetting people, you know, well, you already, you know what, here's, like I said, people, the sane person, the person that gets it, that realizes we live in a real world. I mean, this is real shit that's going on. I saw the corruption. I mean, I can see right through all this shit. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to see. It's the other people that don't see it. Like I said, especially the old people, they sit there and go, well, no, my parents could, I mean, you can't even, before they passed, my mother and my stepfather, they couldn't accept that Joe Biden was fucking corrupt. They couldn't. He's such a nice old man. I mean, they just couldn't accept it. I mean, because when I talk to my dad about it, he'd be like, there's no way our government's, you're just a conspiracy theorist. No, Dad. He's senile. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, people, they went too far on immigration. They just don't know when to stop. That's how stupid these people are. You know, but it's not going to happen again. We're not going to let it happen again. We're not going to let it happen again, people. We cannot ever allow that kind of disease to fucking infect this country as a whole ever again. And we need to get these people that think that crazy shit, we need to get them help. I mean, that's what we need to do. They need help. Whether it's therapy or safe rooms or, you know, or a little baby doll they can carry around and feel comforted. You know, they can all carry they can have a dog, they take all their little special needs, you know, animals with them. I mean, we can give them 100% therapy, but it's going to be in a home somewhere. You know what I mean? We need to address the mental issues that are going on in this country. People, I mean, there's a lot of mental people in this country. There's a lot of people that are mental in this country, and they're roaming the streets, shitting in yards, being all fucked up on drugs, and that's all they're ever going to be. And they're multiplying, though. It's like they multiply every day. It's like a cell. One turns into 5, 5 turns into 10. This homeless crisis is getting epidemic level, man. We need to fucking handle that shit. People need to grow up, live in the today, get out of the drugs, get these people off drugs, put them in big old fucking camps, and tell them they got to get the shit together, cut the drugs out, make them all go cold turkey. I mean, it'd be like the zombie movie. They'll be attacking each other. Oh my God, give me some fucking dope. I mean, hey, we can pay. That could be pay-per-view. That could be pay-per-view. Dana White, think about it. I mean, the dumbass fight-off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of fucking drug addicts. I mean, anyway, but this is Scott in the Shot. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I can't find my one shot glass I love to use. I got a lot of shot glasses, but so I'm using my wine glass. Anyway.
I don't know, babe.
Me either. I know where the whiskey's at, though. Give me the whiskey.
Oh, I don't know where it's at.
It's up there somewhere, I think.
Oh, dude.
All right, I'm back.
Dude.
My wife's hooking me up with some more whiskey, more tequila. You can't call it tequila whiskey or people get pissed off. I get the difference. I mean, I'm just talking about 80 proof. You know what I'm saying?
I found this one. This one.
Does anybody really give a shit?
I'll rinse this out.
Well, that was... I already cleaned that one. So just, that one's been sitting on the shelf. Look at the other ones. Give me pour it in there. Oh, there he goes. All right. All right. I'm back.
You're silly, baby.
I'm back.
Oh, hey.
All right, people. Anyway. Maybe I'm... Oh, there you go. Thank you, babe. Sweet.
You're welcome.
Right.
It was hid under the bag.
She found it. My wife found my shot glass. So let's go Scott in the Shot and stuff.
For something.
I'm not drinking wine right now, so... There you go. Got crystal everywhere in my house. All right. So anyway, people, I think it's funny, but you know, and now Joe Biden goes and pardons his son. He's gonna when it's all said and done with, he's gonna pardon his whole family. Was it really worth it, Joe Biden? I got a question for Joe Biden. I hope somebody sends Joe Biden this picture. This video right here on YouTube. Scott in the Shot, Scott the Great. Was it worth it, bro? Over 50 years in the government. Over 50 years. Over 50 years. And you're going down as the worst, most corrupt, spineless, biggest lying president of all time. How does that feel? And at the very end of it, you even make it worse by pardoning your crooked son that you set up. You should take the fall for it. Excuse me. Joe Biden should be man enough to stand up and take the fall for what he said. He set his son up. He told his son to set these. Look at Hunter Biden. Look at when you see him walking around. He's got this look on his face of doyness. He's a fucking lawyer, but he looks like a doy boy. He's got this look of nothing on his face. He's a nobody. He's a robot. He did what he was told to do. Joe Biden told him to go set up those show companies, told him to go see these oligarchs to get money. He didn't do that on his own. You guys think Hunter Biden did that on his own? His dad just said okay to it? No. That's Joe Biden. That's Joe Biden. He's the architect of it all. It's his legacy. He's selling influence for himself, not his son. His son is working for him. That's his dad. Just like I worked for my dad for a long time. My dad owned his own business. That's what's up. He's working for his dad. That's what he did. He was working for his dad. Joe Biden ought to stand up and be a real father and cop up to what he did and really pardon his son. I mean, you know, but his son was involved. You know, mafia heads ahead of mafias, they have kids too, and they're running their own little crews and they're doing what they do. Little Biden was a little soldier for his dad, not a soldier, a dweeb, a fucking fall guy. He's not even a soldier. He's a fall guy. He's a fall guy, and his dad made him the fall guy, and then his dad fucking pulls him out the last second. I mean, but if his dad, but it's all his dad's fault and his son's fault. They're both just that stupid. You can't. I mean, so they both need to take the fall for it. But Joe Biden ought to come out and advise him. I mean, you know, his dad set him up for it, but he's, you know, it would never happen to me because I would have said, Dad, you're crazy, man. You can do that. I bet you paid a lot more money if I was going to do it. But anyway. So I wouldn't think about it. Sorry, people, I got a cold right now. I wouldn't think too much more past it than that, people. I mean, but it's just funny. I mean, so the meltdown's going to continue because Democrats are weird. It's going to take a lot of years to erase the weirdness from them. I mean, they should make some little spray you can spray on them every day, and it just every day it takes a little weirdness off them. Are you still weird? I mean, they're still going to be weird. They're fucking Democrats, man. They lost their mind fucking decades ago. They're crazy people. They've always been crazy. The party of slavery, the party of all the bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're a bunch of, as far as I'm concerned, most of them are inbreeders. The Democratic, that's my opinion. They're a bunch of inbreeders. Thinking about the changing sexes, abortion on demand, open borders. What kind of normal? No, that's not normal thought. That's inbreeding thoughts. The hills have eyes, people. You know what I'm saying? The hills have eyes. You watch the series. I mean, that's the Biden family up there in the hills, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, man, the Biden's up there. They're eyeballing. You're just walking around going,
Wrong turn.
Man, you see that picture of the Joe Biden with next to his brother, and it showed his brother, Joe Biden, and Hunter. Man, they all got that same dull look on their face. I mean, I never saw nothing like it. I'm like, oh, man, doy, and super doy. Anyway, this is Scott in the Shot, and I'm out for the day. Have a good night, people.